What is up, YouTube? How y'all doing? I'm laughing, man, because we make it make sense, man. What's up, bro? We ain't been allegedly. Got allegedly written at the bottom of it. We haven't been past this channel in quite some time, man. And we doing more and more research on Oprah. Oprah's lies will be exposed in court. TD Jake, massive heart attack. Lord have mercy, massive heart attack. So I'm desperate. I'm desperate to find anything on Oprah. Plus, that's a cherry on top with the TD Jakes. Swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed? Dude, come on, cuz. Don't be saying that. What person, what man? We in church. You're in church. You should be talking about the Bible, not swallowing. That's a strike for you, man. And then you had Diddy's parties and all this stuff. Maybe you got some business to do at the party or something. I don't know. All this is alleged. So I'm going to see what my man got to say about this. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. And let's check this bad boy out.
What's up, everybody? It's Make It Make Sense, and somebody is about to get caught in a lie. It's gonna be messy. I'm just giving you guys forewarning. Russell, you got anything to say?
Mustard on a beat, hoe.
Huh?
Mustard on a beat, hoe.
What?
Mustard on a beat, hoe.
Like the video's intro plays, we got a lot to get into, and there's a lot of moving parts.
I was listening to Make It Make Sense. Shout out to Make It Make Sense. Thank you for sharing.
Make sense, Mims, who a lot.
Make it make sense. Makes
What I love
sense.
about Mims, what I love about Mims, make it make sense, bro. He's a YouTuber. He gets the court record. So he gets the cases.
Make it make sense. You knew what was up.
You take the top, and I'll take the bottom.
Tanya Blunt, y'all. Shout out to Tanya Blunt, man. I had the opportunity to work with her in the studio and all that stuff.
Just try it.
Tanya Blunt, baby. Make it make sense.
Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things in your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things.
Whoa.
Make it make sense. Tell me about the things in your dreams. Hey, let me work out all
What
the
the
things
heck?
in between. Make it make sense.
All right, here we go.
Would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up?
Didn't I just say something about that?
Have you ever been swallowed?
Okay, guys, so before we get into it, I found something extremely interesting. So yesterday, I was doing my research, actually minding the business that pays me, which is everybody else's business. And I stumbled on a subpoena that Oprah got. So I announced that I would be releasing a video the next day, which would have been this morning. And it became front page news last night. Now, maybe it's some strange coincidence, but those documents that I found yesterday have been out there for 20 days. It's mighty strange that after I announced it, then it became front page news yesterday evening. Just a thought. Anyway, now let's get to the mess.
Okay.
So before we get into the subpoena, I really want you guys to understand why Oprah is being subpoenaed and why this is such a big deal.
Here we go.
This man then put you in some mess. Here we go.
Why not? Because it's not true. And I think that Oprah said the stories don't add up.
Oprah also came out and said she believed the women.
I stand in support of these women. I believe them. It was a hard decision because I knew that Russell Simmons had started publicly pressuring me and that me pulling out of the documentary was going to look like I was being pressured.
How do you square?
Absolutely. That does look like you're being pressured. The documentary in question was on the record. These fine people decided to discuss what had happened to them, the two filmmakers being in the back. I believe there was 6 women total who came forward to tell their stories regarding Russell Simmons. Now, Oprah had actually come out and in support of it. And through Oprah's connection, They were also going to be showing, it was going to be released on Apple TV Plus as well, because Oprah was involved and Oprah was going to be a producer. So why would Oprah, sexual assault advocate, pull out after saying she believed the women? It never really made sense. And she did it right before it was supposed to be released to Sundance. It never made sense, guys. Let's continue.
The two.
Well, her saying, she said she believed women, but if you want to call Oprah, I can give you her number. She made a movie about some women and then made it very public that she was making the movie and that she made the movie. And then she walked away. She has not come back in support. Isn't she a supporter of black women or not? You should call her. She will not defend.
Very rarely am I in agreement with Russell Simmons, but Russell is saying call Oprah. She supports black women. These are black women who made the claims against him. Why would Oprah pull out?
And those women, those black women that she said she supported, she will not defend them. She cried on the phone to multiple witnesses that she didn't even know.
Bingo. Oprah cried on the phone to multiple witnesses that she did not even know. Are you saying you recorded her and there were other people present in the room? Is Oprah lying or is he lying? I told you guys this was going to get messy quick. If you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. If you are not new to the channel, hit that like button. It's a free way to support my channel. Let's get back to it.
Because she learned that hurt people, and that her stories, as an investigative journalist herself, those stories should never have been printed, much less made a movie about.
What conversations did you and Oprah have during that process?
Well, the first thing I called her and I said, I'm glad it's you making the movie because people rush to judgment and you're a reporter. I said, well, have you spoken?
He's picking up the phone and he's able to just call Oprah because they have a relationship. Mm-hmm. So on its face, for Oprah to turn against a decades long relationship means that she probably did believe the women. Even more reason for her not to back out. The damage is already done to the friendship or connection that she has with Russell. Why back out?
Spoken to anybody who was there at the time or around that time. And then she called them. She studied them.
She hadn't spoken to anybody that was around at the time, meaning those people who were your subordinates, those people who work for you, those people who might have been basically in your network of people who allegedly helped you get what are we saying? You didn't speak to anybody else around. What you would need to speak to is actually the sexual assault survivor. Right?
She read their books. And then that's caused her to walk away from the movie.
What she had said, just to be clear on CBS this morning, was that she felt more time was needed. And
to make a whole documentary, not about me. She said to change it. She said to change the whole thing. Is what she told me. She told her she wanted to change the entire thing to a documentary about men in general, about the whole music industry, and that I couldn't be a subject anymore because she had found too much contradictory evidence about the stories about me.
Oprah said this on recording. Now, I've heard some things on the background.
Oh my God.
And what I'm hearing on the background is more like conversations probably were had, but those conversations included, I have something on you. That's just what I'm hearing. I have something on you. So I don't care about your reputation or reputational harm of you backing out. Go ahead and back out. Why would a sexual advocate say on national television that she believes the women, but still back out while Russell Simmons is saying that he has her in some type of recording or witnesses of her saying the documentary wasn't even going to be about him anymore because there were so many inconsistencies. Mind you, Russell went on to settle with some of these women and, correct me if I'm wrong, has not paid them the settlements that he agreed on.
Whoa.
So where exactly are these inconsistencies that he and Oprah both discovered? We are going to find out in court because Oprah has been subpoenaed.
Wow. Okay.
Oprah is probably sitting at home right now.
Now, why am I in it?
And you could have did it.
See how I get thrown in the show?
never
I didn't do
apologized.
that.
You're in it because you're a very powerful person and you put your name on a project that was basically in your wheelhouse. This is what you do. You advocate for sexual assault survivors because Oprah is herself a sexual assault survivor.
Survivor. Yeah. Okay.
So where's the lie? What do you guys believe? Do you think that Oprah is on recording somewhere? Do you think she actually cried like he said to her and said that he was not going to be the subject anymore when she said on national TV that she believes the women unequivocally? I told y'all this was messy. I don't typically, on general principle, believe anything that comes out of Russell Simmons' mouth. I just don't. I watched this entire interview. I think he's full of it.
That's what she told him. That's what you could ask her that. Everybody she is about the whole music industry, and that I couldn't be a subject anymore because she had found too much contradictory evidence about the stories about me. That's what she told him. And that's what you could ask her that. Everybody she interviewed, she taped. She taped about 20 witnesses. Those tapes are available. If you're investigating this, maybe you should dig into those tapes. I don't want to go far into this discussion because it is a very sad moment. It was the most traumatizing experience in my entire life.
And technically, the lawsuit between this woman, Drew Dixon, and Russell is predicated on Russell calling her a liar. And Oprah roped herself into this by taking these calls from Russell Simmons, somebody who was supposed to be a sexual assault, somebody who allegedly sexually assaulted women that you believed. But you're taking his phone calls and then you're backing out of the project right before Sundance and basically stopping them from appearing on Apple TV. Now, Oprah has said that her issue was specifically with the direction and, you know, her and the filmmakers weren't seeing eye to eye. We will find out. But like I said, I've heard some things in the background and I've heard there's some connections with Diddy and, you know, L.A. Reid and the Russell Simmons of the world. Very, very powerful, prominent people. Now, y'all could put what kind of dirt or what level of dirt would any of these people have to get Oprah from backing sexual assault survivors? I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know. If you are in here and you're still watching, definitely, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you're not new to the channel, hit that like button. I've been saying since I've been covering all this that there is a network of very powerful especially in the music industry. L.A. Reid, Diddy, Russell Simmons, Jimmy Iovine. Who's the other one? The older. Clive Davis, Geffen. Did y'all know that David Geffen, that is, worth $7.7 billion, just married we'll just say, male go-go dancer who performed at clothing optional pool parties? Y'all can connect the dots there. He married a 30-year-old former go-go dancer / specialty performer for nude pool parties who's had multiple name changes. These very, very, very powerful men. So many things in common. Connect the dots with Diddy, Russell, and L.A. Reid. L.A. Reid, not one to be left out. I am extremely nosy. L.A. Reid has a trial coming up, not just a court case. Oh, but hold on. Let's look at the subpoena first.
Okay.
So this is Oprah Winfrey's subpoena. What is she not allowed to do? Communication means the transmittal of information in the form of facts, ideas, inquiries, or otherwise, including but not limited to telephone calls, in-person conversations, emails, text messages, or otherwise. Document means any documents or electronically stored information, including any writing, drawing, graph, chart, photograph, sound recording, image, or other data, or data compilation stored in any medium, including email, text messages, or chats, from which information can be obtained either directly or, if necessary, after translation by a responding party into a reasonably usable form. Identify with respect to persons means to give, to the extent known, the person's full name, present or last known address, and when referring to a natural person, additionally, the present or last known place of employment. Identify with respect to documents means to give, to the extent, the type of document, general subject matter, date of the document, and author's address and recipients. Oprah's going to have to turn over all these things. Was she lying to the press, or was she lying to Russell? Russell gave you names of people to contact, and you contacted them, and they said Russell was a good guy, so you decided to back out of a documentary about sexual assault survivors? Am I crazy here? Let me know. Is it just me? What do they have on you, Oprah? I've heard some things, but I'm not going to put those things out there. What information would make Oprah pull out of something that definitely seems like Oprah would willingly want to be a part of to help move the Me Too movement forward? Things to make you go, I've heard so much shit, y'all, in the background, like, of how people move, people who you really think are like of good moral fiber and dignified. And I've just heard so much, and I question everybody's motives now. Everybody. But let's move on to TD Jakes.
Here we go.
Oh, I'm sorry, L.A. Reid, my bad.
Oh. My bad.
So like I said, I started really going back into Diddy's court cases, all of them, all the ones that are remaining open. There, several of the Jane Doe cases have now been closed. Russell Simmons court cases, and L.A. Reid has a court case that I don't think anybody is talking about, but L.A. Reid is being sued by Drew Dixon. And I went to the most recent Antonio Marquise L.A. Reid. It is further ordered that this matter is scheduled for trial beginning Monday, September 8th, 2025 at 9:30 p.m. in the Southern District of New York. So we have Russell Simmons, Diddy, L.A. Reid. What do they have in common? Top music industry executives with multiple sexual assault claims. But not to be outdone, artists came forward and said the game also came out strongly against Oprah's ties to the doc, saying he was dumbfounded as to why she seemingly gives white men a pass. Wow. Mind you, he has a judgment against a woman who he allegedly sexually assaulted from VH1 show he was on, and I think he's been ordered to pay her millions of dollars. In addition to the fact that he's hanging out with Kanye, who has multiple sexual assault allegations.
These people,
I'm
man.
seeing a birds of the feather, but y'all can connect those dots on your own. Anyway, moving on to TD Jakes. TD Jakes did an interview that I found pretty interesting.
Did happen to you that morning on stage?
You know, I didn't really realize what was happening to me on stage until I got to the hospital in an ambulance and fussing that it happened on stage, by the way, because I didn't want it to happen.
I'm dying to see what he gonna say what happened. Let's see what happened, because nobody has said what you had a mild heart attack, you had a heart attack, diabetes, blood pressure. Let's see.
And the doctor leaned over in my ear and said you had a massive heart attack. And the reason I didn't realize it is because I had none of the symptoms that they say, no numbness, no sharp pain, no anything. I just kind of drifted off to sleep. I didn't know what it was, but I almost died.
Massive heart attack.
He said 5 minutes later, I'd have been dead on arrival. The right side of my heart had completely stopped getting blood at all. And as long as I was up preaching, I felt fine. But when I sat down, the adrenaline dropped, and it exposed the fact that I was preaching with half of my heart closed through a clot. And they had to go get it. And it was an amazing.
What did?
Now, here's the thing. I
don't know, bro.
I can believe that TD Jakes had a massive heart attack. But what I find interesting is when I went back through his case, because I have been following his case, if he knew he had a heart attack, why did he only qualify it as a medical crisis? He knew that he had a heart attack, but in the court documents, he didn't say that. And a large part of his lawsuit is predicated on the stress causing him to have this, medical emergency.
Oh my God, yeah.
I think
they full of some dude. You can say whatever you want to the press, which is lying to us. You can say whatever you want to the press, which we're going to listen to the press, which is the lies. But on them court papers, you better tell the truth. I'm not going to sit here and say I had a massive heart attack because that's not what the doctor told me. The doctor said after all the vital signs and everything was okay, on paper, on document, it's saying he's okay. He probably was stressed, his mind playing tricks on him. Basically, he was faking it. You don't have no doctor on record saying, you can't put it in the courts saying I had a massive heart attack. Well, where's the paperwork saying that? Plus, you came out of the hospital too fast. For a massive heart attack, you came out of the hospital too fast and you back on your feet too fast. We know people that had massive heart attacks. I used to work at a hospital. Massive heart attacks mean you're gonna be in the hospital for a couple of days, bruh.
TD Jakes is doing a media rollout. TD Jakes is suing, and it's not getting the type of attention that I think he felt it would get.
You think?
And so now he's doing a media blitz with
massive
like
heart attack ain't getting no
attached to it, as opposed to just a medical crisis.
You think?
I'm torn with the TD Jakes case. I was not aware until TD Jakes sued Youngblood and I believe Larry Reed. I had no idea that a demand letter had been sent for $6 million after the video had already aired saying that he assaulted Youngblood. I've already told you guys, if you follow my channel, I reached out to attorneys like I always do. And I was like, well, in the scope of what we've been hearing, does a hug constitute a sexual assault? A hug, it was, I think, like a bear hug at the end of the night, and then a phone call later propositioning the young man who was of age, to be his, I guess, like sugar baby from when he was in their area.
Right.
A $6 million demand letter, and now the brother has come out and said, I believe that he actually was touched inappropriately, but this is extremely muddy. Tyrone Blackburn is the attorney for Dwayne Youngblood. I'm curious to know what you guys think. I'm sure some of you will not believe that he had a heart attack. I understand that. I'm thinking, though, he did have a heart attack, but the reason he's doing this rollout is because he wants maximum impact and maximum publicity for his lawsuit that's not getting the attention he feels it deserves. Mm-hmm. But I could see maybe he had a heart attack. He doesn't, he's a man of a certain age. I don't know what his diet and eating habits are like. I don't know what his stress levels are like. I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to diagnose. I can believe somebody says that they had a heart attack and they have paperwork to show that. I can believe that. But I just find it interesting that that was not part of his lawsuit initially. Maybe he's going to do an amended complaint later or bring the whatever documentation to the trial, showing that it wasn't just a medical emergency, it was a massive heart attack and he almost died. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted as always. If anything else pops off, you'll see me tonight. If not, I'll see y'all tomorrow for some more mess.
Make it make sense. Make it make sense, man. Hey, he got some very good points, man. And I like a person that's going to stand behind like they name, make it make sense. So he's breaking it down. He got the court papers and all that type of stuff. How in the world can TD Jakes say that he had a massive heart attack? Nah, dog. When you came out of that hospital in a little a wheelchair, and it's almost like, boom, you had this little situation in the church, and they rush you to the hospital. Then what? You stayed overnight. Okay, I give you 2 nights. Hell, I give you 3 nights. Give you 3 nights. And now you coming out saying, first they said he just had a health issue or whatever they said, right? Now all of a sudden you in front of a camera saying, you know what, the doctors, and you're a man of God and you lying like this? The doctor said I had a massive heart attack. Where's the receipts on that, sir? Oh my God, y'all. Yeah, keep that. You had a massive heart attack. They wouldn't have let you out the hospital that fast. They would have ran more tests. It takes weeks of being in the hospital over a massive heart attack, and they got to run some more tests. They going to IV you up to death and give you all this, run some more tests. A massive heart attack? Get out of here, man. But we don't know no better because we ain't never worked in no hospital. Jesus. Oh, man, it's hard for me doing this, man. My chick got stuck. Now, how that happened, I don't know. Look here, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. You think TD Jakes, since he said it out his mouth, he had a massive heart attack? Is that what y'all think? Maybe I'm wrong. Hey, y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.